Okay, hi. I am coming to you today with new camera. I hope that much is evident in quality, sound, and all that. No more shitty phone sound and flipping the screen around and shit like that. But I'm doing a champagne soap swirl today. This, I hope you can see, it is actually pinkish gold, kind of a peachy. And then next to it is an actual gold. And, you know, white that has a diamond dust from Nature's Garden in it. So, some of you had asked me before about my mold that I had. The demo mold, the fact that I couldn't find it anywhere, so I got real excited thinking I found it on eBay, but I did not, because here is my one surviving mold. Here is what I ordered. They are very similar, though not quite the same. This is fatter. So I'm going to give this guy a go today, and hopefully it's not too bad. I've marked out my bar size, so it looks like I would get 5 in this and 6 on the other one, the old one. But as you can see, the old one is like real beat up, and its brother split like right down here, and it was just a tragedy. So I have my little embeds I made with this mold from Nature's Garden, his little champagne bottles. I tried my hardest to get them to not look like shit, but you know, whatever. Ice cubes, and then I have like the shitty drawn diagram of my achieved, well, hopefully what we'll be achieving. So, we shall start doing that. It is my famous swirl technique using olive oil and goat's milk. And the usual disclaimers: ignore all background noises you may hear. I did get rid of 2 of 3 children this weekend, so that'll help. I'm wondering how I should do this, because these are similar. I think I'm going to have one be on either side of the white when I do it. So I'll start off with this. Oh, and I made my own scent, and you're going to be like, oh, that doesn't sound good. Shh, okay, we ran out of tissues, thank you. I don't need to do this yet. Why am I doing that? It's actually beer and wine together from Nature's Garden. It's Tuscan, here. Ugh, there we go. New camera, not used to it yet. Tuscan wine and beer. And the beer itself, it just smells like fizzy alcohol. It doesn't actually smell like beer. So when I saw it, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do this, and then together they smell just like a nice sweet champagne. And I drink a lot of wines and champagnes and stuff, so I feel like I'm an authority on the matter, so you can take my word for it. I don't know if you see those together in the mold. Can you see how they're pink and gold together? Like, so, should I separate the gold with white and then pink on top of it? Maybe that'll be. I don't normally do that, but I think I'm gonna. See, that went down in it. Shitty music, my royalty-free music in the background. So you don't hear a child coming in talking about how we're out of tissues. I'm gonna go at the side here, because it's not wanting to. There we go. I'm not doing my breaking the fall technique yet, because there's really not much fall to break on the bottom layer. There we go. Okay. Oh, my kid is in there destroying that place. I just sprayed Kyle with the alcohol. He's gonna be alright. Alright, we'll give that a sec, because it's kind of gooey, and we'll come back with another swirly layer. Alright, so it's, you know, it's still a little bit gooey, but it's not solid or anything yet. And I did go ahead and microwave the stuff just to keep it from seizing on us. It's real frustrating when I'm like in the middle of something and then I'm like, oh god, I have to stop. Alright. Try not to get my arms in the way. This new camera's a lot bulkier than a phone, you know? So I'm breaking my fall with my popsicle stick. And I'm trying real hard not to get my sticks all disgusting. Because, like, see? And I just went and did it. In, like, every other video I've ever done, I'm like, ew, my hands are soapy and disgusting. Because I think I favor these spout funnel thing here, you know? Like, so, every time I stop, it, like, sets itself into that crevice. Alright, let's do another one here. So you can see I'm just letting it push itself out as usual. Alright. I'm gonna do a thing because I don't want just boring scraping that off. I'm gonna come in from like the center of everything and let it push those out. But I poured a lot down there to have it move. There we go. I'm hoping these colors aren't like total shit. Because like, I was like, I don't know. Champagne is... Oh, I missed that completely. Champagne is a lot of colors, you know? Sorry about that. Children. Alright, over here, just pouring a good bit. I go back and forth between pouring small amounts and big amounts. But, like, you don't want to, like, let the whole area be covered, because then you'll get like a straight line. I wish that you could see the shimmer in the white. It's very subtle. Very, very subtle. I just did a big Nature's Garden order. I was super excited about all this stuff in it, and I got this diamond mica in it, and I was like, yeah, that's happening today. And I have a Wholesale Supplies Plus order coming in soon, hopefully. And that one, yeah, almost broke the bank. But I am real excited about some of the micas that I ordered. I got like galaxy purple and stuff. It's gonna be fun. Shit's gonna be lit. I can't speak young. I don't know why I did that. The tender age of 32, learning how to use these words. Okay. My dog is in there growling because husband got her a gigantic Thanos toy. It's like as big as the dog and it's super heavy and I don't know how she's playing with it at all. Like, he has rope arms and
she really ripped one of her hands off.
Yeah, she did. She's
fun with her guy.
Savage, yeah, her guy. She said, get your guy. She goes and gets it. Oh, there's a big chunk trying to escape. Oh, we got like a cliff happening over here, so I'm just gonna pour that in there. I'm actually kind of digging the color combos here. God, I'm a fucking genius. Alright. These are like at that sweet spot of coolness. I should probably take that temp, actually. Can you hand me that gun? There we go. So I can... how do you use this? 123, 117, 115, 110. Yeah. Sometimes I don't know if I can trust that thing. Because, like, one time it told me things were, like, melting and they were, like, barely moving. And I was like, I disagree. Alright. Doing thing where I spray and then gonna do back in the middle. I'm actually probably gonna do like, I'm gonna cheat a little bit and go like a twofer. Do I want to do the gold against it? Yeah, I'll do gold. I was afraid they'd be too the same. Similar, Megan, that's the word you're looking for. Too the same. I have my second glass of wine, it's fine. It is the last day of my vacation from work. So, don't judge. White, spillage. Yeah, maybe there'll be no third glass of wine.
That's a lie.
Shut the fuck up. Like 2 more. Shut up. 2 more bottles. Oh. Alright. Am I reaching like a need to pause point and let it chill?
Possibly, so you don't want it to get too muddy.
Yeah, I'm gonna give that a second, come back. Okay. Got it being jelly-like, you know, but, you know, still kind of solid.
Did I get one pair of pants? I don't know if I did. I did look in the bag.
Sorry about that, my kid and his urgent questions. He was asking if he got one pair of pants today. And I was like, dude, I don't know, look in the bag. And then he was like, I don't know if the cat wants this. The cat litter. No, he doesn't want the cat litter right now. Children. That's one part about my job that's awesome. Is like, if they don't have school, I don't have work. You know, no school bus. But like, to the end of that vacation and you're like, go back to school. The summer's real fun. Second week of vacation, I'm like, is it fucking September yet? Because, like, I'm gonna kill y'all. I try to be fun in the summer. We do a lot of beach trips. We live near a lake, so inevitably we all get burnt. Okay. That's like flowing freely into the next, I'm gonna go over here now. Get a little bit of a corner there. And that's kind of the name of the game. You have to move the swirls around as you go, because then they get some flow going and not just like, you know, if you pour from one spot, they'll be kind of, I mean, they'll still probably be cool, but they'll be kind of boring, I'm sure. And my face is like right up on this camera. Oh, lumpy. So I'm hoping I'm not like on your speakers right now. I watch my videos back to make sure they're not completely stupid, and sometimes I'm like, wow. But I watch them and I'm like, do I really sound like that when I laugh? I'm so obnoxious. I was in Walmart one time with cameraman Kyle here, and we were laughing. I was laughing about an episode of Family Guy or something I randomly remembered. And then I got a text from my mother. Are you in Walmart? I can hear you laughing. And I was like, no, that's somebody else who's fucking awesome laughing. Okay. Go turn it around. Turning my mold around. That's looking cool. I'm wondering now if I should have chosen a copper color. I mean, it's too late now, but I'm just saying. Maybe, you know. A little bit of this grapefruity type color, I suppose. And I'm wondering at what point do I stop this, because I have like a whole complicated embed situation happening.
I'll probably leave about like an inch at the top.
For that, yeah? You think?
So, depending on because there are quite a few ice cubes, I mean, you're welcome. This sucks, by the way.
Kyle cut up all the ice cubes. Today's soap is brought to you by the letter K.
Yeah, boy. Longest yeah boy ever. Of the internet.
I'm kind of just like eyeballing where I want shit now, because
Fuck it.
yeah, you kind of like, oh god, I just want this loaf done. I'm like, it's also kind of weirding me out because this loaf is like wider than, don't you do it, you piece of crap, get back there. If you don't swear at your soap, are you really a soaper? Like, come on. This is wider than what I'm used to, so I'm like, what? For the love of God, Rowan, what?
We don't have ortho, actually.
Okay. Remember when I said I was doing a video those 5 other times? And then you... Rowan, go play. Go play! I swear to God, I'll be sitting here all day you know, by myself doing nothing interesting, kids will ignore me. I get doing something, or I get a phone call with someone, and then they're like, oh, hey, I should probably go harass my mother. Get this weird, like, bubble edge here. I wonder if I could just, I'm not breaking the fall because I kind of want it to go down there. There we go. Oh, that was a gross lump.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah. I did those lavender swirls before, and I was like so convinced when I was doing them. I was like, these are gonna look like garbage. And then they actually look kind of cool. Stay back, lumpy, get back. There we go. I'm trying to do that thing I was talking about, where you get like the little surrounded circle when it reaches a certain point, and you can kind of just, it stays kind of on itself. Lump, no. What is the song? Okay, alright. It got better there. Now I'm going back to breaking the fall with my filthy, filthy stick that is making my hands all sticky. Ow, my back hurts. Sat down because I'm fat. Now I'm like, I probably shouldn't have sat down. This chunks, it looks like marmalade of sorts. I might leave, I have to leave some space. I'm still undecided how much space I want to leave, because like I still have a lot of soap. But I have to, come on. I'm finding glitter everywhere. I got a package of body glitter. I took my oldest to Claire's, and their lady was like, oh, body glitter. And I was like, you know what? June's coming. I'm gonna get body glitter. And then got home and played with it. It was everywhere. It was just such a bad idea. No, it was covered, and then I went to bed and was auguring around in bed with it on, and it was just never get rid of it. There we go. There's
not once been glitter free since I met you.
And people are like, were you at Megan's?
Yeah, no, it's been a thing. My mom has straight up asked me if I was here because I had glitter on me.
You're welcome.
More soap scraps stuck to my shoe.
That I do not take responsibility for that. That's getting lumpy here, but that's all right. So I'm gonna give this a sec, and then I'm actually gonna cut my new mold up already. I'm gonna put a clear layer here, and my embed process will begin. Like to give it a little bit of in the moldness because it won't break off the top if it's part of the solid you know, soap entity itself. Hopefully this looks okay. We'll be back. Alright. I've given this a sec. It's still kind of jelly-ish, but I wanted it to be able to handle all the shit we're going to put on top of it. Which we're doing. I hope it doesn't look stupid, like the graduation up from like swirls to clear. We have our ice cubes and little champagne bottles that look like garbage. So I'm using this. I've sprayed this. I'm using this clear. I'm just doing like a little thin layer on it, and it's pretty hot because I want these bad boys to stick to it because they're very cool and they will cool down the rest of the soap real fast. Alright, so I'm just kind of there's my ice cubes going in for some chilled wine. We don't want that one in there. Okay. Chilled champagne, rather. I mean, chilled wine is good too. I like my wine. Alright, get there, get there, get there. I'm just gonna do like a little teeny dribble to kind of like stabilize. Alright, and then this is where it gets kind of, I have to remember that Kyle changed the blade on this, so now it's like a straight up fucking machete on the end of here. So I don't want to pierce through the bottom of this because I don't want the swirls to come up and taint my clear ice cubes. So I'm trying to work fast. Just pull them out of the way, set it in. When you're doing that, you want it to face. If you don't cut off the ugly end. Alright, hoping that I can do this. We're gonna secure these in a sec, but we're just giving them a nice little comfy cozy spot to get situated. So I'm going back and forth just so it's easier to you know, see what you got going on. Alright, so I'm gonna do this guy the other way because he's on the end. My arm's not in the way. There. And these shouldn't be too hard to cut because they're pretty skinny, the embeds themselves. So we're gonna kind of use this clear as a glue for the ice. There. Okay, and then we're gonna throw more clear ice cubes on top of it because the goal is to have these looking like they're chilling, you know, at a fancy schmancy restaurant. Fancy bar soap. Get on there. Oh, I'm dropping ice cubes everywhere. So like they're sitting there, but they're not like down yet. You know what I mean? And some of them are gonna get like chopped in half, and it'll look kind of silly, but that's alright when they get cut. Oh, see, Kyle, I was right. This was a good amount. Kyle had to cut up all these little tiny cubes, and I was like, make them cubier. Alright, so I'm doing this. Get around, all around. Try not to have it be heaped in certain spots. Alright, once I have placement where I think it might be okay, I'm going to do this. You look so much clearer when you do this too. Alright, giving my shit a stir here. And I am pouring around the bottles first to like secure the stuff going on around them. Here we go. You can see it taking to underneath. Now I used clear glycerin for these little cubes. They're not scented or anything, but the stuff going in around them to glue them is, my hopes was that, because olive oil is a little cloudier, my hopes were that they stand out, they look different from the glue, so you don't lose the ice cube effect. I always forget to mention little things like that in my thought process, and then I watch the video back and I'm like, well, now they're never gonna know. Alright. It's kind of a tedious thing. I'm gonna turn it around. And at this point it's probably safe enough to tip a little bit. Going all down the... The good thing it's clear, you know? Try not to get it on your embeds because you don't want to scrape it off after it's solid and then risk messing up your embed. That took you forever to not look stupid. And my mold is bowing a little bit, but I don't care. This is already a pretty wide mold. Alright. They're feeling pretty sturdy, but I'm not satisfied just looking at that one. I don't want to see gaps. What are you thinking? Is it looking like ice? Is it looking like they're chilling? Okay. Oh, no. There's some down there. Get in there. I'm running low on clear. It's alright. It's alright. Okay. Get off of there. Clean the mold up after if you want. So I'm just gonna try to... There we go. Squeezed it so it's not bowing. And they puffed up a little more. So I'm actually kind of... I think those will do good. They look like they're pretty solid. I mean, if you go and haul on them, you'll probably snap one off. Don't do that. Okay, I think we're at the point now where we have to play the waiting game, and we must wait for this to solidify completely. And then we can cut it. These might be a freehand job. Hand job. So you might have to suffer through me hacking up this soap without my guide thing because of the embeds. But, yeah, I'm kind of a pro and shit, so it'll be alright. Alright, we'll be back. Okay. It's all solid. Looking pretty good. Everything's still pretty firm. And I'm cutting it myself without my guide with my rainbow Excalibur. I almost think I do better. Woo! That's actually cute as shit. I almost think I do better with cutting it freehand rather than the little guide thingy. This is weird for me because these are ultra wide. I'm so used to my other soaps being skinny. And they're not. It's not bad though. I like the swirls. The swirls are nice. Ugh. Top heavy. Ugh. Okay, kind of the halfway point there. I think. Pretty. And it still looks like ice.
Yeah.
I like it. That, and then we got here. These two, I'm going to go midway between them. And one.
Yeah, you'll get really good pictures for you guys to see at the end.
Yeah. And that one looking real pretty. I don't know if you can see it. I'm not quite sure about the quality of the camera yet, but the little the glisten there, I like it. So these are really cute. I'm actually just made them up on a whim, and I'm actually kind of about them. Huh. Yay.